And there we go. Game number 1 of the next series of the stream is going to be played on Ravines between Gabby and Uzi Cody. We'll see for the blue player Byzantines. We'll see for the red player Ethiopians. And then for Uzi Cody, what do we get for the Byzantines? We have 25% cheaper Skirm Spear Line units. 10, 20, 30, and 40% extra HP on buildings in the Darkfield Castle and Imperial Ages. In addition to that, we also have for Uzi Cody free Town Watch, free Town Patrol, as well as a 33% discount to go out to the Imperial Age. And for the team bonus, their monks heal units 100% faster compared to other civilizations. For the map generation, he does have 1 gold forward, 1 gold on the back. So the back one is going to be the safe one. Of course, this one is going to be potentially exposed to pressure coming up from the front of his base, right? Around here. For stone, we have the side stones on the left-hand side and towards the right-hand side over here as well for Mr. Uzi Cody. And then he's got 1 berry on the back and 1 berry to the side. This is fine. And I don't think the map generation is going to be wildly different between players. So taking a look at the red player on the other hand, let's go about the civilizations first. And for those of you who might not be aware of this, Gabby is, I believe right now, the strongest female player for Age of Empires 2. The strongest active female player, if I'm not mistaken. I think Lavihead, aka Laka, would be higher probably, but I'm not really sure that she's actually playing too much. At the very least, I'm not really sure. Somebody would have to do exclamation mark Elo, space Laka, or Lavihead. But oh, it's not Laka, sorry, it's Nadia. Nadia, aka Lavihead. Laka, I think, isn't it Chato's sister? I think I might have mixed some stuff up over here, but yeah. Nadia, aka Lavihead, would be historically the strongest female player, followed by Gabby. But right now, I believe Gabby is the strongest active female player, followed by Mika. Yes, Mikaela. Mikav. She's sometimes around the stream. Yeah, and she's Argentinian as well, so Gabby is Brazilian, Mika is Argentinian. Those are the 2 strongest female players. I'm not really sure if Mika actually played this tournament or not. But well, for the sets that I have seen from the round 36, she doesn't seem to be over here. So if she played this, probably got knocked out in the round of 72, right? Anyway, for this civilization, the red player is going to get 100 extra food and 100 extra gold upon reaching a new age with Ethiopians. Her archers will attack 18% faster. In addition to that, she gets the pikeman upgrade for free, and then for the team bonus, Ethiopians will get 3 extra line of sight on outposts and towers. So if we take a look at the combined vision of both these players, you will see that the line of sight of the outposts for the red player is significantly higher, right? Palace is already on the way for Gabby. Take a look at Uzi Cody, and he's not really going for it whatsoever. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. Balls coming out from Gabby around the back are going to buy her some peace of mind, of course, but they are coming in at a cost. Going for the walls like this will be quite expensive, not only in terms of resource collected. The resource is actually not that much. This amount of palace is not going to be too expensive to pay for, but the villagers. She's got 2 villagers building this for such a long time, and these guys, if you take a look at the efficiency of both these villagers, you will see that they have been building for basically the entirety of their working time, and then the rest of the time they've just been either idle or moving. So it's a lot of time over here that the villagers have not been collecting resources. 5 minutes already, that's going to amount to about 100 resources plus the cost of the actual wall. For anyone who might be wondering about this, right? And then the higher this goes, the more resources she could have been bringing in, but instead she's spending into the walls, and you get the point. Maybe it would be fair to have at least a female show match around the big tournament. We have had female-only tournaments in the past as well. I don't know. I think there have been some show matches, but they are not very frequent in any case. Just join, what's the elo here? You can do !elo space Uzikori, !elo space Gabby. I believe the red player might be about 2k2 perhaps. I'm not really sure, 2k3. Uzikori, I think he might be 2k2 as well. I think this should be fairly even actually. Alternatively, you can also do hashtag Gabby or hashtag Uzikori. I think the spectator dashboard does keep track of both these players. PLH is here though for Gabby a little bit earlier compared to Uzikori. We can tell that these were Rex from Gabby's point of view because of the language. And we have for the red player a archer range coming out. She's got Minotaurs coming around. Alright, there we go. Okay. So she is 2k right now. Alright. I think the all-time high, which I think you might get with the elo command. It might be higher. I think she might have gone up to like 2k2 at some point. Uzikori on the other hand seems to be about 2k, so yeah, I was probably overshooting these guys by about 200 elo, but they are going to be very close in any case, so this should be a good series. Let me know if the stream title is updated for you as well, guys. It should be. But there we go, the Minotaurs are coming in, pushing villagers away from the wood, and this is still open though! No quick walls coming out for Uzikori whatsoever, and the Minotaurs are still very healthy. Well, not so much anymore. And very well played. Uzikori ended up soaking a lot of damage over here with the Spearman while he was chunking the Minotaurs down with villagers. So in the end, the Spearman kind of takes the most of the damage, but we will see a villager go down over here in the end. That's going to be the first villager kill in the game. And the Minotaurs, they're going to keep on trying to put more pressure. You know, we have 3 over here. So long as he plays his cards right and keeps the weak ones at bay, or she plays her cards right and keeps the weak one at bay, then she should be able to get probably another villager over here. It's pretty difficult now we have archers into the mix over here. In the end, the Minotaurs will clean up the one archer. They will get one villager, and that's going to be about the end of it, right? Uzikori should be able to push Gabby's Minotaurs away. Yeah, and that'll be about it. Thank you, Ab312. Appreciate it. I will mess up a lot though. I don't want to, but it's just a heads up because I am so used to the vast majority of the players being male that I'm just going to keep on calling Gabby him or he a lot. I'm gonna try not to, of course, but I'm probably gonna have to, you know. I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes and I'm going to have to rectify myself a lot. How old is Uzikori? Yeah, that I don't know. If the spectator dashboard doesn't have that information, it's probably not available in the Wikipedia page for the player, so I would imagine it's probably not public information. So far, Uzikori's been able to defend himself just fine, and Gabby, she's bringing up the heat with a second push, this time around archers. Fletching already for Gabby's here, so these archers are plenty strong. It's funny because it only shows at the female player, never ask a woman for her age. Oh, Gabby's 28. I wouldn't I wouldn't have guessed. She seems younger, actually. Xraj is still left over here for Gabby. She's bringing 3 around the bushes here, and Uzikori, he's got the skirmishers to defend himself with, but Gabby so far has done a really good job, even taking the skirmishers down. Now, she won't be able to put too much pressure over here anymore because Uzikori is bringing additional skirmishers into the mix. If it was just these two, then Gabby probably with a heal advantage would have been able to clean those up, but now it seems like it's not possible. So, she's getting pushed away. She's gonna have the Bale over here die. She goes for the first choice, and the game is going to stabilize. Interestingly enough, because of the extra resources Gabby's civilization has given her, the extra food, the extra gold over here, the fact that she spent so many resources and so much work and time from the villagers to get the walls up, she is still pretty much into this game, right? She's gonna be up to the Castle Age, for instance, very soon, and it seems like she might actually be going up a little bit earlier compared to Uzikori, for instance. There we are. Yeah, and it's going to be pretty uneventful from this point onwards. Until we get to the Castle Age, and we get to the Crossbowman from Gabby, and Uzikori gets to the Elite Skirmishers. This is probably not really going to have too much action left in it up until that point. Let me take a look at the map generation for Gabby. This is something that we didn't really check earlier, but she does have 1 goal forward, which is not ideal. However, she does have 1 goal over here, kind of backish, which she's been collecting from, but because of the walls she's gone for as well, even this gold up in the north is going to be completely safe as well. So it's overall alright for the red player. Meanwhile, Uzikori did end up going for the walls over here towards the TC, but that only secures a single gold. If he gets pushed away from here, that puts him in a very precarious spot. May go for the TC over there. He could go for it, yes. Ideally, Uzikori would want to go for extra TCs himself once he gets to the Castle Age. He doesn't really seem to have any safe resources like Gabby's gold over here in the back, right? Uzikori is coming in right there with the skirmishers, taking 1 villager down. Not something you expect to see from skirmishers, but you know, he's got enough over here. With 5 volleys, he's going to get the villagers down, so I'm surprised that Gabby's actually committing to this. That's going to be another village going down. And almost another one. And another one. Is it? And it's so close. The villager survives at 1 HP. Gabby keeps the villager alive over there. But she ended up losing 2 over here already. So not the best position for the Brazilian player. Meanwhile, Uzikori is getting pushed away by scouts. Now we have the crosses coming in from Gabby, and she dove! She dove! She's coming in right there, taking 4 villagers down actually, and because of the crossman upgrade, the blocking arrow upgrades, she doesn't care for the 1 skirmisher. As the villagers are going down over here, this is disaster for Uzikori! The blood parade! The villagers chasing the crosses over here are just leaving behind them a trail of death. It's Gabby. Will end up getting cleaned up over here. She managed to get 15 villagers so far. And remember, before this push, she only had gotten 1 in the field. So that's going to be 14 villagers going down from Uzikori in the span of a minute or so over there. And that was just so well played from Gabby. And to be fair, a little bit of a misstep from Uzikori. I called it for Gabby earlier when she was chasing the skirmishers with the weak villagers. She ended up losing most of them, right? And Uzikori over here is going to take that to the next level and chase crossbows. Of course, that's going to result in a lot of losses for him. So, a little bit of a misstep over here from Uzikori, a little bit of a misstep earlier for Gabby. And these are some of the things that you can see and say, oh yeah, this is probably something that a 2K4 player probably wouldn't have done. But yeah, regardless, the game is Despite 15 villages going down from Uzikori, still pretty darn even as Gabby has racked up a lot of idle TC time compared to the Bull player. Not even close. Alright. Good defense. For Uzikori and Gabby. Yeah, Gabby's going back. She's got crossbows. She's got 30 TC. She can go for triple TC villager production and still go for crossbows. That's one of the beauties of playing archers. But Uzikori playing with Byzantines and getting a 25% discount on counter type units, can go for camels, can go for skirmishers pretty easily. Skirmishers mainly as well, right? And notice the location of the extra TCs. And by the way, thank you for the follows, everyone. It's very much appreciated. We see the TCs come up towards the south from Uzikori. Meanwhile, up in the north, Gabby, she does have the second TC on the back. And at the center, there is the third TC over here, and she's going to try to collect from here. Now, she does know about the stone, the gold in the back, does she? She doesn't know! She doesn't know about the gold in the back. This is very unfortunate, because she could have secured this one even further with a TC. But this is not too bad, because if she starts collecting gold from here, and then eventually Uzikori manages to push Gabby away from the center, Gabby will still have this available on the very back to collect from. Of course, she will need to realize about it, right? There we go. Here she comes once again. Kind of a little too much. Took a little bit too long to get the palisade down. Uzikori's got the skirmishers over here already at hand. Gabby's expecting that to be the case, so she's gonna bail. Instead, we have Magnus coming out from Gabby's forward siege workshop. She's gonna try and target the monastery. Uzikori is aware of this already because of the outposts. He can see already this, and he's just finished researching Redemption. Another archer range on the way for Gabby. She's done a really good job balancing her economy, rather. Let me take a look at... Yeah, the market usage has been significantly heavier for Uzikori though. Gabby's economy a lot tidier compared to the Bull player. Yep, ever since Gabby got to the village, she's never made use of the market whatsoever. I got a question. Is it the same like with 1150 and 200 elo when you are lower number? This 50 kill, you out now 9 out of 10. Wait. Is it the same like with 1150 and 200 elo when you are the lower number by 50? That they kill you 9 times out of 10. Alright, so you're saying that the 1200 player will kill an 1150 player 9 times out of 10. You're asking if that's the same at higher elo? No. Because the closer you get to the extremes of the elo distribution curve, the less elo is really going to matter. So you have a player like Hera who got past 2k7, right? Who will lose games pretty frequently to 2k5 players, 2k4 players, potentially even 2k3 players, which would be 400 elo lower than him. That is because the differences that make up the difference in elo over here that would allow a player to be a little bit higher elo compared to the other player are nowhere near as dramatic close to the extremes compared to close to the center. Now this is very good though from Uzikori. He gets the conversion over there. It's going to end up taking the majority of the crosses over there, or a big bunch of the crosses from Gabby. As she gets pushed back over here, she's gonna be left on no Magnus anymore, and Uzikori is in a much better position because of this. Interesting to see, Gabby was the first one to get the extra TCs up as well, but she struggled to pull a significant villager lead, right? Only 2 extra villagers right now compared to Uzikori. 50 elo difference is not that big. Yeah, it's not too much. If you had a 1300 player play versus a 900 player, the 1300 player is probably going to win 9 times out of 10. If you have a 2K7 player versus a 2K4 player, that is not necessarily going to be the case. No, no. So far, so good. Uzikori has been able to stabilize. Now he's starting to push. Gabby back. Sending the red player back to her base. And she could collect some of the gold over here, which is great for her. Because once again, she gets pushed away from here. And she can go and collect from here, right? From the back. Now, does she know about it? She still has not scouted the gold. That is so rough. Oh, boy. It's definitely not ideal, I'll tell you that much. Here we go. More conversions coming in from Uzikori. I mean, that Castle Foundation is not particularly high HP, so if Uzikori could push the villagers away from there, he might actually be able to take the foundation down. We'll see. Conversions coming out, though. He doesn't really have too many units to work with over here. Skirmishers for the most part, so those scouts actually do end up chunking a lot of HP out of those Manos, and now it seems that the castle is going to come up because of it, but it's not a given yet. The Manos still alive over here for Uzikori. 2 out of 3 anyway. 3 out of 4, actually. He gets another one. He's gonna try to deny the castle, and Gabby's gonna try and do her darnest to give the castle up. Doesn't seem like she'll be able to. She will be able to get the castle up. Alright. Does not come without a big cost, though. But getting the castle up over here is actually really good. Because now, she'll be able to get the relic. Sorry, get the relic over here and keep on collecting the gold once again. And Dragonstar, my man, thank you so much for the raids. Very much appreciated. I hope you're doing alright. And I hope you had a great stream. I hope you guys coming from Dragonstar stream also enjoyed his stream. We are casting game number 1 between Uzikori and Gabby over here for T90 Titans League. Gabby, many of you are probably going to be aware, is the strongest Age of Empires player that the female community has to offer right now from the active players, and she's done a really good job so far. Getting to the round of 36, of course, is not an easy feat, and fighting Uzikori off over here as well has been really good from Gabby. Now, the Bull player is going to be the first one to go up to the Imperial Age, though. It is a great game, and we have the full series ahead of us. Well, potentially a full series. I'm not really sure what the result was for this, and I don't want to know, of course, no spoilers. But you're going to go one game at a time, alright? Beautiful. So far, so good. Uzikori is able to defend over here against Gabby. Quite alright. Our player is going to keep on trying to put more and more pressure. I like the way that she's putting her army up over here, and that kind of forces Uzikori to choose one place to defend, right? Gabby's getting a castle up on the left-hand side. She's got the crossbows on the right-hand side. She had the crossbows forward. The crossbows forward got cleaned up. The crossbows on the right-hand side actually disrupted Uzikori's economy quite greatly. And now she's got yet another castle coming up over here. Doesn't seem like she'll be able to go up to the Imperial Age anytime soon, though, but she might not need it. It's all going to come down to what she's able to secure with this pressure. If this castle comes up and ends up pushing Uzikori away from this goal, for instance, which is going to unfortunately not be the case for Gabby as the castle is a little bit too far away, then the blue player would only be able to go for trash units, right? He's got one gold over here that I don't think he's aware of. Oh, he knows about it. Never mind. Okay. One more thing for Elo questions. Then we focus on the stream. I play frequently against a 1400 and I'm 1150. He can win with 1.5 minute advantage. To be honest, I never win, but learn a lot. Yeah. That 250 at that elo range is pretty big. Once again, basically, the closer you are to 1000 elo, which is going to be the average, the more impactful elo is usually going to be in terms of results. The farther away you get from the center, then the less relevant that's going to be. Yeah, and this castle from blue is not the best, but he does have the castle far enough that Gabby won't be able to target it, right? And because he's the only player with access to trebuchets, he'll be able to take advantage over here of the hill. I actually don't think that's the case, right? Because, yeah, the elevation I think is the same between the center elevation and the outside around the ravine. I think it's the same, actually, yeah. Nice raid on the right-hand side, though. Gabby, she's going out to the Imperial Age while managing to pull a 29 villager lead. She's been putting pressure everywhere. A lot of villagers going down over here. From the bull player to the crossbows. Absolutely fantastic. There we go. The castles from Gabby might go down eventually, but she should be able to keep some of these castles up so that by the time she gets to the Imperial Age, she'll also get access to trebuchets. Now, Ethiopians are a very nice civilization. We'll see for Gabby. Once she gets to the Imperial Age, the unique technology for the Ethiopians in the Imperial Age is going to be torsion engines, which gives siege weapons extra area of effect. So if she goes for bar cannons, for instance, and torsion engines, she shouldn't really struggle against trebuchet whatsoever. She should have a very, very good unit to fight the skirmishers off, which has been, for the most part, the thing that prevented her from getting more damage done. Basically, Uzicote's been able to defend with skirmishers for the most part, but yeah. Torsion engines, even without torsion engines, bombard cannons are going to be so effective against skirmishers, so we'll see what Gabby decides to go for. She's saving a lot of resources, though. But she will need to go for Arbalister, Bracer, Chemistry as well. We'll see. Maybe 2 castles going down from Gabby in the end. But she's getting to the Imperial Age right now. She still has 2 castles left over here, so she could try and make a play for trebuchet still. We'll see. If she has to wait until she gets bombard cannons out before defending against the trebuchets, that's just not gonna be a thing. Chemistry just takes forever to research, and she's actually not going for it right now. Overbooming a bit. It's fine so long as she doesn't get 200 population, right? At that point, then it's certainly going to become an issue. Zikori is on lower population over here, and Gabby's kind of housed right now, though. But yeah, this is going to be an issue very soon for Gabby. Elite Shuttle Warriors! Okay, boy, where are the units? She's got them on the back. She's got the elite upgrade. And here she comes straight against the trebuchet, but the skirmishers are there! And there are no bombard cannons or anything over here for Gabby to defend against the skirmishers. That is a great amount of units for the blue player, and you know what? You know what? The Shuttle Warriors, as she split them up, will take the trebuchets down. Then on the left-hand side, they will actually end up getting cleaned up by the skirmishers, which is just ridiculous, and it's just a matter of numbers here. As Gabby doesn't really have too many units to work with, she does end up losing a lot of the Shuttle Warriors on the left-hand side. Now she's going to try to take the trebuchet down over here, and she does it! She keeps the castles up! Both these ones are going to stay out for Gabby. It does come at the cost of a lot of Shuttle Warriors, and even crossbows went down while Gabby was trying to get the trebuchets down over there. But you know what? That was a very cost-effective trade. In the end, we saw, I think, 3 on the right-hand side, 2 on the left-hand side, trebuchets going down. From Uzicote, that's going to be 5 trebuchets. That's going to be 2,000 resources down the drain for Uzicote in the last few minutes. Because Gabby's got a much stronger work account, I would imagine her economy is significantly stronger, and so far she has managed to get over 2 extra hours of gather economy time. So Uzi is taking a few too many losses over here that he can actually cannot afford. And yeah. Gabby might end up losing the castles in the end, but she's put herself in a very good spot overall. Check the minimap over here. I would say that's probably 80 to 20% map control, favoring Gabby right now. So let's see, she's gonna try to go for the shuttles once again. This time around she's got more though compared to before. Before she had like 17. So now she's going and taking the cherishes down pretty easily, yes. Now we'll see if the shuttle warriors she's got are enough to take on these units. We have a lot more over here from Uzikori as well compared to last time around. And Gabby keeps on trying to prioritize the trebuchets. She's going to end up taking another one down. And another one! And that's 1,600 extra resources down the gutter from Uzikori while Gabby's staying close. 180 population. Uzikori is starting to struggle big time over here. And the full shot to play is working out beautifully for Gabby. Uzikori is not going to be the one to just sleep this one up, right? He is making a transition to Cataphracts, which will have a very good trade against Shuttle Warriors once you get all the upgrades. For the time being, Uzikori, I don't think these are elite Cataphracts, and I don't think he's got Logistica either. He doesn't. So there are a bunch of upgrades that he's missing. He doesn't even have Plate Bar than armor, right? And given the insanely high base attack the Shuttle Warriors get, you kind of need to get the armor for your units, man. Unbelievable. The performance from Gabby has been out of this world for game number 1. It's been such a back and forth, such a power tag over here, but in the end the Brazilian is certainly looking much stronger over here. She's gonna keep on going for more Shuttle Warriors. Very soon she's gonna get to 200 population. Might be overboomed a little bit right now, yes, but when she's on 200 population and Uzikori is on 170, might not matter too much. The majority of the army for Uzikori is going to be composed of trash units, which the shuttles just shred. Here she comes. Another set of trebuchets going down. Well, this one's on fire. Yeah, she gonna take it because of the choke point over there. And in the end, one of the castles goes down from Gabby. She might end up taking this one down as well. And Uzikori, if he loses the castle, that's going to put him in an awkward spot because he's trying to make a play for Cataphracts. And the castles are the only production buildings that he can use to go for the unique unit. There's another very, very big present issue though for Uzikori, and that is the lack of gold. It seems like he effectively ran out of the gold that he was collecting from the back somewhere around here. Is that gold? That is stone. So it seems like he ran out of the gold. Yes, that he was collecting around this mining camp. And if you take a look at the minimap, there's only one gold over here, somewhat close to Uzikori's base, and this is extremely exposed. So you cannot keep on collecting gold, which means he won't really be able to keep on going for too many Cataphracts. Well, Gabby's got gold for days. She's got the rest of the map under her control. With this gold she's collecting from. This gold she still has not realized about, I think. And this gold is under her control as well, and this gold is under her control. He's collecting from all of them, except for the one that she doesn't know about. It'll be difficult to imagine a scenario in which Gabby loses, given her current position. Harbor Lister is coming out right now. The Shuttle Warriors were so strong, and even though we do have some Cataphracts over here, I don't think that warrants Gabby completely switching off from Shuttle Warriors, because once again, these units are very unupgraded. Still not even chain bar than armor, not iron casting, not elite Cataphract, not enough resources for Uzikori to go for any of that, and still no Logistica. I'll be honest, I think if Gabby was able to keep the castles up this far, she was able to get like 50, 60 Shuttle Warriors, she could just go for a power move and completely overwhelm Uzikori's units. After these Cataphracts are gone, that's it. There's nothing else for Uzikori to defend themselves. Skirmishers, pikemen, against elite Shelter Warriors, not gonna work. Instead, she's making a play for Arbalesters though, which will work very well against Cataphracts. They are not going to be particularly good against Skirmishers, of course. So she'll need to make a transition once again to something else. And she's making a play for Light Cavalry. The Ethiopians, they get Hussar, but they do not get Bloodlines. They do not get Plate, Guard, and Armor. Here comes Gabi once again, though. Bring in the bulldozer. It's going to soak so much damage with this. Beautiful. And the Light Cavalry, well, the Light Cavalry shouldn't really be struggling over here too much. Good unit control for Gabi, bring the Light Cavalry back towards the Arbalester, so the Arbalesters can take the pikemen down. And this kind of unit control at this stage of the game is so hard when you have to keep up with so much more of the game around the map. But Gabi has done a really good job, and it seems to me like she's most likely not going to end up taking this one very soon. We need some more siege. Ideally, some trebuchets will be great, as the siege rounds, they are strong, but they are very slow to get to the base of the castle. Castle from Gabi, though. She has decided to reevaluate the location of the foundation. There we go. Yeah, and the trebuchet that I was asking for is here already. Plus the siege tram as well. And this trebuchet from Uzikori is going down. The extra trebuchets from Uzikori seem like they're going to go down. And Gabi's going to strangle Uzikori over here. With the castle coming up on the right hand side, she makes it impossible for Uzikori to bail out of the right-hand side over here. She's gonna keep on putting pressure as well because she's got a castle on the left-hand side as well. Basically, Uzikori is getting completely cornered over here. I love the sound of siege trams in the morning. Absolutely, the second church is coming over here. Well, Uzikori's got just the one castle left. This one going down means no access to Cataphracts anymore. Not that he would have been able to afford too many more given the goal situation for the bull player, right? They kept on trying, and Gabi over here is just looking too strong. The score lead is quite significant. So it seems to me like yeah, it seems to me like this castle going down is probably going to be what triggers Uzikori to call the GG. What prompts the bull player to call the GG over here. And Gabi is very, very likely to end up taking game number 1. And Uzikori loses the final castle and is left only on TCs to defend his very meager economy right now with. He will go on to call the GG. And we'll see the Gabi ends up taking the first game of the series. We're going to be jumping into game number 2 in a moment, but for the time being, let's take a look at the achievements. Better KD for Gabi by a lot. A little bit higher than 4-3 even. For economy, a stronger economy for Gabi, collecting about 9,000 extra resources. While for society, we'll see a higher villager max count for Gabi by a lot. And she ended up taking the fewest losses over here once again with 54 villagers going down compared to Uzikori's what is that? 91. That's going to be 113 villages going down, right? For Uzikori. Well played, Gabi, the warrior. We'll move on to game number 2 with an advantage already. There we are in game number 2. And once again, thank you so much, Just Playing DK, for the 10 gifted subs, showing incredible support. Big part of why I'm able to do what I do, of course. It's all the subs, all the tips, all the bits, of course. Allow me to do what I do, and I hope you guys keep on enjoying it. So welcome to the club, Red Cleefy, Big Crowdplasm, as well as Ramen Barth, Alex Backlunds, Maddie AOE, HG345, as well as Fences or Fence Swinger 1000, Teo, Jayant, and HDadKid. Welcome everyone to the club. Thank you so much for the gift subs, DK. You're going back to your OG name. Nice. I remember. Any reason for changing it? While I wait for an answer, let's take a look at the map generation and the civilizations over here. So we're gonna have Cross for game number 2. Zicodi playing up in the north is gonna be playing with Italians, which means he gets a 15% discount in fishing ships, a 15% discount to go up to the next stage, as well as a discount on dock and university upgrades, as well as cheaper gunpowder units by 20%. For the team bonus, the condottieri are available from the barracks starting in the Imperial Age, and Gabby instead, playing with Hans, will get 200 population from the get-go at the cost of 100 wood at the beginning of the game. Besides this, Gabby's civilization is also going to have 10 and 20% cheaper cavalry archer units in the castle and Imperial Ages, as well as 50% accuracy on trebuchets as opposed to 15%. Team bonus will also make the civilization a little bit stronger, as they do get 20% faster work in stables, and that makes scalp production on a map like this, which can be, you know, game changing. Very good. So yeah, just felt like it. No real reason. All right, that's good. Let's take a look at the map generation for both these players. If Italian can make unique unit, they can win. Yes, on principle, that is correct. On paper, Genoese crossbows from the Italians are going to counter basically everything that Gabby has that is good for the Huns, right? Cavalry archers, Nightline units, Scoutline units, Tarkans, everything that Gabby can go for gets technically countered by Genoese crossbows. There's obviously a way by which Gabby can still take this game, and that is simply by overwhelming Uzikori before he gets a chance of going for the Genoese crosses. After all, one of the big struggles for a civilization like Italians to get to a good amount of the units that they need is that having to produce from the castle severely limits the production potential, because it's very expensive for you to even get the production going, and for each castle you have to go for to increase your production potential, it's just so many extra resources compared to just a few 100 wood that Gabby will need to go for a bunch of stables, right? So for the map generation, we're gonna see, of course, if Uzikori is able to get to good numbers, he's untouchable. Taking a look at the map generation, Uzikori does have the goal in the back over here, the main one. The secondary goal is gonna be on the left hand side, and the other secondary goal is on the right hand side, kind of far away from the TCs, both these secondary goals, but the back goal is fantastic. For the stone situation, we see the main one on the left hand side, and then the right hand side stone, the secondary one, is going to be so far away. He is a little bit closer to the corner of the map compared to Gabby, just taking a look at the minimap. So he could consider going for something like from here to here, here towards the TC, and from here to here, right? And this way, he completely secures the pond up in the north. Periods are kind of exposed over here. I don't think it's going to matter too much. The players over here are going to be banking on the fishing ships for food for the most part. And let's take a look at Gabby's map generation on the other hand. The red player is going to have the main goal forward, and this from the get-go is already worse compared to the map generation from Uzikori in terms of goal access. So Gabby's going to be struggling over here a little bit. Secondary goals are going to be to the sides. Fortunately for her though, she's got a civilization that will really benefit from being aggressive. So if she goes forward and puts pressure, so long as she keeps the focus of the game around the blue side of the map, then she should be able to collect this, right? The stone, on the other hand, is actually really bad too. She's got a main stone on the right hand side, secondary stone on the left hand side beyond the wood line, and she wants to go for the walls from the wood line to the water over here. That's going to leave the stones outside the wall, so it's not really looking good. The one thing she's got going for her, I guess, the berries over here, location right on the back, but I don't think it honestly matters. Yeah, and the hill is awful. Single tower from the wool player, and Gabby's done for. So VLH is here ready for Gabby. She's gonna start going for what? Not much of anything. She's got a villager on the left hand side. What kind of vision does she have? She doesn't know where Uzikori is. She's gonna try and collect food from the left hand side pond, and she will be able to for the most part. Uzikori is not there, of course. But it's very unfortunate. I think she might have been hoping to go and get a sneaky dog up on a pond where Uzikori was already collecting from. So it's not looking the best. Now Gabby gets a stable up over here, yes. And it's going to be scouts. Meanwhile, Uzikori got to the FLH and he's got gold miners, so he can go for navy, but he can also go for archers. So I'm expecting to see spearmen coming out first. He's gonna play defensive against Gabby, and then he's slowly but surely gonna start massing some archers before eventually going forward once he gets a good enough amount of archers that he's going to feel confident going out with. In the end, Gabby, I do like it that she's not going for the walls towards the water over here, and instead she's gonna try to wall towards the edge of the map. There's not really going to secure the walls that she's going for. Do not really secure the stone over here, but it does secure one of the golds on the back. So that's good, at least. Oh, Gabby! The farm bugler is going to take the pigs away from here. And Uzikori won't be able to do anything. Well, if you just leave, yeah, your herds unattended, of course, this can happen. In the end, Uzikori will end up taking the pigs back over here. Gabby could have taken it. I think she was not paying attention. She might have been trying to get the walls up over here. That is too bad. Well, anyway, we have two villagers over here versus one scout. Plus scout coming over from Gabby as well. She should be able to get this, and that is a beautiful move from Gabby. Saving the villager at the very end with a quick wall over there. Now she's going to bring the villager back in, and if we take a look up in the north, once again, Gabby's going after the pigs. And you know what? Two of these pigs already went down because they were Blue's pigs and Gabby took them down anyway. Interesting. Overall, yeah, the game's looking pretty alright for the red player, even if she's behind a little bit of military. We do have sneaky dogs over here from Uzikori that already got spotted by Gabby's dog, so I don't think it's quite as sneaky anymore. And she's got the fire galleys coming out. She only knows about 1 out of 2 though. So Uzikori will end up getting control of the left hand side. Right hand side, Gabby's getting control of this one. Down the south, she's got control of this one. Up in the north, of course, it's going to be Uzikori the one to have control of this one. And eventually he's going to get control of this one. So it seems like it's going to be 2-2 pawns in the end. Fantastic. The game has sort of stabilized for the time being. Uzikori is favored on water. Gabby is, you could say, favored on land. She's got the moles units coming out. Right now she's going to start going for archers. I love that she went for the archer ranges and the blacksmith on top of the hill over there. Otherwise that would have been very much exposed to even a single tower, right? Would have been so good. Gabby scouts, getting some vision over here. Realizes about the spearmen, realizes about the skirmishers. There isn't really a whole lot else in terms of defenses for Uzikori, so Gabby, she's gotta be careful. If she goes for a few extra scouts and then archers, that's going to be the strongest army composition she can go for a land army in the village, and that's going to be so good. Right now, she's got only 3 archers forward. She's bringing more, 6 archers total, and she's got only 1 scout over there. She needs to go for more. The priority right now for the red player is going to be clicking up to the Castle Age. As you can see, she has been saving the resources to go up. Meanwhile, Uzikori is not even close, man. Not even close. Right hand side. Oh, the bull player is getting a sneaky dog. And now Gabby's going to realize about this though. Take a look at that. Gabby's got Galley already on the way. We have a Fire Galley coming out over here for Uzikori. Now, this is going to be good. The Fire Galley is going to take the Galley down for sure. We need numbers for Gabby. And Gabby cancels the Galley out in order to go for Fire Galleys instead. She's going to go for the second dock in hopes of keeping control of this spawn. Because once again, she's got the south one. Uzikori's got the north one. Uzikori got control of the left-hand side one, and then the right-hand side one was under Gabby's control up until this point. So if she loses this one, that's going to leave the pawn distribution in 3-1, favoring the Uzikori player. Hey, Iron Chef! Congrats on Argentine World Cup win, if you care. I don't really too much. The team played really well. They should be happy about it. I didn't do anything, man. I was just watching the match. But it's good. A lot of people are pretty happy about it around the country, so that's nice. Change of pace a little bit. Counter push coming in from Uzikori as Gabby was prioritizing going out to the Castle Age. Yeah, she didn't really have quite as many military units anymore to work with compared to Uzikori's. Because of the bull player producing a lot more units. Thus delaying his way to the Castle Age, right? In the end, Uzikori will click up. If he had a market, he would have been able to go up significantly earlier. It is taking some time for him to get to click the Castle Age. Should probably not be the case. But he will finally be on his way to the Castle Age after Gabby has already reached the third age in the game. We have the Crossman upgrade and Bakinaro coming in for Gabby. So far, she's looked very strong. We'll see if she's able to get some village down over here. Of course, without ballistics, these guys are going to be relying on Uzikori's. Yeah, very delayed reaction over there to get even a single village down. And now she's going to try to break through. Iron Chef, I think this is a tournament that you're probably going to enjoy quite a lot. The Silver League is going to have players who are not at the very top, who have not participated in the Platinum and Golden League from T90 Titans League. So these are a lot of players who we do not really get to see very often. Gabby, the strongest female player for Age of Empires 2, and Uzikori are going to be very even over here in terms of elo. Gabby seems to be doing a really good job though, putting pressure up. On the right hand side, she'll be the one getting control of this spawn. She'll be able to start going for a few extra finish ships once again. Meanwhile, she's got a 4 siege workshop too. Fantastic. Gabby seems to be stronger in this matchup. She is the one to put the most aggression so far, and Uzikori has struggled. At the very least, that was the case in game number 1. Of course, a single game is not a particularly large sample size to evaluate what this matchup is looking like and whether or not the playstyles of the players are going to be consistent for the next games. But we are going to find out, right? We have potentially up to 3 more games after this one to keep on learning about the players' playstyles, and so far Gabby seems to be the one favoring aggression a lot more. She seems to be the one favored by it as well. Here she comes. The crossbows, knights. The mountain is not coming out on time for Uzikori, and here comes Gabby. She was actually trying to come in with the mantle over there, kind of got blocked by the knights. But yeah, that's once again a lot of villages going down. And this brings so many memories from game number 1. Remember the crossbows and the gold mine over there getting so much damage done from Gabby. This time around not gonna be possible because of the skirmishers over there from Uzikori, but Still, the Knights over here will still end up taking a lot of damage or doing a lot of damage over there to the blue players' units. And the trade over there going in favor of Gabby for the Mangonel. We'll leave her with one Mangonel and one Knight over here, still able to do a lot of extra damage. And so far, the KD has gone up to 16 to 5 for Gabby, up from 5 to 5 when she was just knocking on the house over here before she was able to come in. It's not going to be the end of the aggression, as Gabby is going to start pushing on the left hand side as well, pushing the villagers away from the wall line. And we have a stable coming up forward. She's got a university finally, so we'll see bullet 6 coming in very soon. And you know what? Military and eco count, they are looking better for Gabby, so she's looking very, very strong. There you are. Good defense for Uzikori on the left hand side. Gabby is not going to let the pressure up, of course. Nice mango shot from Uzikori. But Gabby with the one crossman over here. She was so annoying. And I mean, it doesn't really take a genius. If you take a look at the worker efficiency in the last minute over here, you'll see pretty easily Uzikori has struggled this game so far. Especially towards the end of the game. Or towards, you know, the last 2 minutes or so. If we take a look at gather economy time, Gabby is so far ahead. An hour and a half of extra gather economy time for Gabby. Amazing. Redemption for Uzikori. Yeah. Could be good. He's not really been able to get good traits with his own Mangonels reliably, so yeah. That could be good. Is there a way back for Uzikori over here? I don't want to say no, because I think at this elo the players will still make a few mistakes here and there, right? But the problem is that Uzikori kind of needs to play like a 2k4, and he is a 2k player, so it's like saying, just play better. So if he plays very cleanly, if he's able to stabilize over here and he plays very cleanly, and Gabby makes a few mistakes here and there, which can happen at this elo once again, there are still a few things to polish for the players, then maybe Uzikori could come back. He's trying to make a play for the Imperial Age, for instance. So if he gets there and... what is the Imperial Age going to give him though? Bombard cannons? Theocracy? Right now he's got monks. So maybe a play for monks? I'm not really sure. Uzikori seems to be trying to go up to the Imperial Age, but he's not really in a position that the Imperial Age is going to give him much of anything. If he commits to monks over here, going up to the Imperial Age is going to give him a nice power spike with access to block printing and theocracy for sure. Maybe that will be good. Yes, redemption, illumination, theocracy, block printing, right? Perhaps could work. Since it's quite clear he won't be able to go for a castle anytime soon, and we'll be able to get access to Genovese crossbows. Night all? Alright, Tail. I'll see you next time. So yeah, I don't think there is no way for Uzikori to come back over here, but he's been struggling, man. He's had the resources to go up to the Imperial Age for a while, but he's not taking advantage of it. I think he might have forgotten about the 15% discount for Italians. Yeah, and Gabby's just looking so good. When both these players play the same, Gabby's going to come out on top from this position 10 times out of 10. So I don't think there is right now a way back for Uzikori anymore. Right? Yeah, kind of looking like a 105 situation for sure for Uzikori, but you can't blame the man for keep on trying. If Gabby takes game number 2 games back to back, then game number 3 is going to be match point already, and Yeah, you know that there are no second chances over here. It's a single elimination bracket. If you get knocked out over here, you're out of the tournament. Also, I don't think there's a prize pool for the Silver League, right? I think it's just a spot for the Gold League and the Platinum League. This is Silver League. Whoever wins over here moves on to the round of 18. And that's the decider round. That's going to decide which 9 players move on to the Gold League. Then whoever performs better in the Gold League is going to get promoted to the Platinum League after several of the players from the Platinum League got promoted last time around. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the way it works. So these players, there we go, Zikori calls it GG. These players are fighting for a chance to qualify to the Gold League, which will give them a chance to qualify for the Platinum League. And then the Gold League is already going to have its prize pool. And the Platinum League is going to have a larger prize pool, most likely. But the Silver League, I don't think it does have one. There is no... yeah, there we go. Thank you. There is no prize pool for this one. Just a chance to make it into the Gold League. Let's go and take a look at the achievements then. We'll see for military. And by the way, that ding-dong that you just heard, that is the commercial alert. In 5 seconds, the commercials begin. For military, we have a better KD for Gabby. Very, very close to 7-4. Almost there. For economy, we have a stronger economy for Gabby by a lot. Not even close. 5,368 extra resources, if my maths are not incorrect over here, for Gabby throughout this game. And for society, a much higher work account for her as well. And she just dominated this one. Did not seem to be particularly close. Yeah. Really cool thing happening to AA2. The leagues. Yep. Yeah, it's good. I like it. We had this league concept applied to so many other things, and it hadn't really been applied to the very top for Age of Empires 2, except for the Deep Waters League, right? But I think that one was direct invitation. I don't think there was a qualifier stage, or there were different tiers. As we jump into game number 3, Gabby is up 2-0 against Uzikori. And we'll see for the Bull player this time around, he's going to be playing with Mayans. And Gabby, she's going to be playing with Malay. For these civilizations, Uzikori is going to have with Mayans 1 extra villager upon starting the game at the cost of 50 food. It's going to get also 15% longer lasting resources, as well as 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archer units in the feudal, castle, and imperial ages. Uzikori with Mayans, that is. For the team bonus, this civilization is going to provide the blue player a 40% discount on walls. And then taking a look at Gabby's civilization, she gets 30 and 40% cheaper battle elephant line units at the castle and imperial ages. 33% cheaper fish traps that provide 300% additional food compared to standard fish traps. And we also get from LA 6% faster research in ages. So, for the team bonus, Malay will also have twice the line of sight on ducks, and that is actually so good. We have taken a look at this map in the past already a few times, and there's one thing that I always say, and that is you're gonna have to go for a duck anyway, every time. But depending on where you go for it, you're gonna be in a better or worse position. For instance, if we see the red player Gabby over here go for the duck forward, this is going to give her a lot of vision around, right? And she would be able to spot any villagers coming forward from Uzikori to try and get any like sneaky dogs up. For the rest of the map generation, we're gonna see that the red player, she's got 1 goal forward, she's got 2 goals on the back, and because she's so close to the edge of the map, this shouldn't be too hard to protect. She just gotta go for something like from here to here, here to here, potentially here to here, right? She should be able to defend both these golds, the berries, even a stone over here, and then the wood line in addition to that. She will be collecting wood from the front though instead, and this is a little bit harder to protect. Yeah, there we go. That's the dog that I wanted to see. And if you take a look at Gabby's point of view, check this out. Bow! There we go. She doesn't even need to scout anymore. Uzikori, if you wanted to go for a sneaky dog, he would have to send the scout forward. He would have to try and figure out where Gabby's dog is, and then just try to get the dog up as far as possible from it, and just make sure that the transport ship is not getting vision of it. And Gabby's going to go as far as to send the transport ship over to the right hand side to get full vision. So far, it's been really good for the red player. Uzikori's Civilization, on the other hand, we're gonna see for the blue player. Stone on the back, one goal on the back. It doesn't seem like it's going to be another stone over here. Like it's going to be quite as easy for him to defend. If he just tries to connect the wood line to the edge of the map, this is not going to be anywhere near as good, right? He would have only one wood line over here, which is not really that safe. And he wouldn't really be able to collect from this gold safely either. So he would need to go for something like from here to here, perhaps, something like that, in order to secure the wood line, in order to secure the stone, the gold. Because everything else is going to be either to the side or completely exposed forward. We have a Winter Cup for UNICEF now. The host spends 500 euros. We have 3 brackets for 2K. Below 1600 and below 1200. Oh, okay. Nice. By the way, since I have had this new chat location already for a few days, I am curious. Do you guys like it? Do you guys miss having the chat on the right hand side instead underneath the stats? I feel like this is a little bit better because it gives more space for the game. Because usually if I had the chat over here and then the stats on top, and then I selected something, that'd be like 3 panels, right? Worth a blocked area, but now like this, it's only going to be 2 panels every time. And it's also automatized, as you notice. Whenever I select something, the chat hides and the stats get shown. Whenever I'm not selecting anything, the chat's going to show up. So I'm not really sure. I wasn't really sure if that was going to be annoying to people, that they didn't see the chat at all times on stream or not. Because usually what most streamers do is they have the chat visible at all times. So this was something new that I wanted to try. And so far I haven't really gotten any complaints. But I haven't really gotten any commentary about it at all, so... I am wondering. It's pretty nice. Like it? Alright. It's space efficient in any case. Beautiful sneaky dog from Gabby. We take a look at Uzikori's point of view, and he knows about it, but he's only now going up to the FLH. So it'll take some time before he's able to react with anything against this, right? Go for his own navy. Meanwhile, Gabby, she's already up. She's got the first fire galley coming out. She's got a second dog on the way that Uzikori is going to find out about in a moment. There we go. And Gabby's looking strong. If she's able to take the transport ship down over there, it's gonna be so good. Like it too? Alright, well, that's good. I'm gonna take the 2 positive opinions over here, and even if I hear 20 negative ones in the future, I'm just going to assume that it's good. I'm going full confirmation bias with this one. Good unit control for Uzikori as well, trying to chunk some of the HP off the fire galley. And Gabby's got more on the way. And there we go. There is a second galley over here now. Uzikori also has a second dock over here, but the problem is he is the one having to defend against this, while back home, Gabby is just completely uncontested. She's just fine. Yeah, and the dock over there is probably so much vision. Gabby would probably realize about any sneaky dock attempt from Uzikori, right? She's doing pretty well over here in terms of keeping her army in good shape too. And she was going for a demolition raft. There we go. She's going for 2 actually. And this could be huge, guys. There isn't a lot of space to run away for Uzikoti's units over here. And Gabby's going after the Vilton. Pow! That's 2 big shots from Gabby, taking some of the fire galleys down. And while the villagers survived from Uzikoti, Gabby is gonna be now in a much better position because of it. Another Jock's on the way, and Gabby should be able to outproduce right now the bull player, right? Many of the fishing ships are going down now to the demos, and she's going after the transport ship, and this is huge. This is huge. Without the transport ship, Uzikoti can train villagers, but he cannot do anything with them. He's got right now 4 villagers inside the TC doing nothing. He's got extra villagers outside the TC doing nothing. And there is no land pressure coming out from the bull player whatsoever. Meanwhile, Gabby, she still has the villagers over here. I think she ended up losing 1 here, though. I think that's the villager, right? Or is that the scout? I think it might have been the scout. Yeah, it was the scout because that's the first villager going down for Gabby. Well done. Yeah, and you know what? Uzikoti is able to keep up over here for the time being against Gabby. He's going to survive. Gabby has gotten a little bit of extra LTC time, despite being the one putting pressure for the most part. Well, Uzikoti's being able to keep the TC working as well. But once again, if he does not get a transport ship out and he's got 1 queued up, then he isn't really able to do anything with these villagers. So despite the fact that Uzikoti's village account is looking a little bit stronger compared to Gabby, it doesn't really make much of a difference, right? If a lot of these villages are completely idle. Let's take a look at their economy time. Looking better for Uzikoti? Whoa! Wouldn't be expecting this to be the case whatsoever. Hey, Avestan as well. Welcome, welcome. In Green Heaven. Welcome, you guys. I hope you're doing alright. I streamed yesterday after a long time. Let's go! Not so active these days. I am publishing a book soon. Well, that seems much more transcendental, the streams. So, that's great to hear. Avestan. Transport ship goes down once again from Uzikoti, so that's gonna be a lot of extra the village time. There we go. The villagers are finally going down from Gabby. Gather economy time, still favoring the blue player against all odds. I'd be so tilted in Yusa's position. You would think so, right? I probably would too as well, but the fact that he's been able to keep up is just nothing short of remarkable, and that's the power of the Mayans. So Gabby is gonna keep on ramping out the pressure now. Since she's kind of losing the water presence over here, she's gonna try and go instead for a tower over here, which is gonna react to instantly as well. So it doesn't seem like Gabby will be able to get the tower up over here. She miscalculated over here the line of sight of Uzikoti's units, and she got the tower a little bit too close to the goal. The thing about this location for the red player's tower is that she wanted to deny the gold in addition to the wood. So she got a little bit greedy over here. Now the tower's coming up, yes, but it's probably going down very soon afterwards. Whilst if she had gotten the tower up over here behind the wool line, probably around here, right? She probably would have been able to do a lot more damage by just pushing the villagers away. Now Uzikoti is in a position where he'll be able to clean this up. And down south, we have Spearmen. We have 2 Eagle Scouts coming in from Uzikoti and Gabby. It's going to struggle big time. She's got an archer over here. She's got a bunch of villagers. Much higher HP pool, of course, because of the defense advantage. But he's getting a lot of damage done with these units. Even if he's not getting villagers down, just the fact that he's getting so much idle time for Gabby's economy is just incredible. With a few spearmen and the Eagle Scouts over there. Yeah, Uzicody's probably done more damage over here than Gabby's been able to do. The entirety of the time she was forward right there, trying to gain control of the water around Uzicody's base. Good defense, Gabby's cleaning the units up. She's going for gold. Right? Gabby? No? What's she gonna do? Go forward? Okay. This I am not too sure about for the red player though. This I like to see a lot better. She's got fletching coming in. Well, Uzicody's done a really remarkable job at staying inside this game despite all the pressure that we saw from Gabby earlier, especially around the water. He's about to face a much stronger push over here. So here come the archers. He's already lost one villager. Uzicody over here now. Let's see if he's gonna manage to save the majority of his economy or not. Gabby's gonna keep on roaming around, and she was going over the left-hand side. If she realized about those villagers, this could very well have been game over, right? But she's going around because she doesn't really know where the units are. She might find some villagers over here underneath the tower, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good. Hey, Hardcore Massive, hi, welcome. Hope you're doing alright. In the end, the tower comes up. And Gabby? I was gonna have to walk over the left-hand side. Try to find some villagers exposed elsewhere, right? And once again, there is a lot of economy exposed over here, but this guy is going to just go the extra step over here to make sure he is not completely exposed and he does get a tower up. But here comes Gabby once again to the same wood line she already struck. He's gonna try to get some villagers down because Uzicody does not seem to be paying too much attention over there. He's going to end up losing one extra villager, and Gabby, she gets the bill. She runs back over the left-hand side. We'll see what she gets.
Merry Christmas Nova Pog Champ.
Bozimir, dude, thank you so much for the tip. It's very much appreciated. It's been fantastic. We are getting close to $100 already. We are at a very specific 89.93. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for the support, you guys. Thank you so much for the $5, Bozimir. I hope you are having a good time yourself, and I hope you are going to have a very Merry Christmas as well if you celebrate it. And Christmas is near. Yes. And hello, Noble over there as well. Yeah, I know you're going to have a very happy one, Bozimir. With the family, right? He was hoping for it though, anyway. So far, so good for Gabby still. She'll be the first one to click out to the castle age, and Uzicody's getting close. He's getting close to it. Gabby. She will be up no matter what, even if Uzicody clicked up to the same time, to the castle age at the same time. Gabby was going to beat him to the castle age because of the bonus. So let's see, here come the skirmishers. We'll see one villager going down right there, yes sir. One of the archers goes down as well, and the archers were, for the most part, kind of dealing the most damage from that army. The skirmishers not so much. Well, Gabby takes two villagers though, underneath the tower, towards the north. Castle Age is here. Gabby's gonna keep on trying to roam around and put pressure. She's gotta be careful, taking a lot of damage over here. The archer's going down for sure. She realizes about it as he goes. Uzicody up to the castle age. Gabby she's got a significant head start to it, so we should see the crossman upgrade here, right? She's got it. Buckinara is not here yet. Crossman might be enough. They already get one extra attack compared to archers. So yeah. Congrats to Argentina for winning the World Cup. Did you watch the football at all? I did. I watched the... I didn't watch the first group game. I watched the second and third group games on a floating window on top of OBS while streaming. So that was not a great experience. And then from the quarterfinals onwards, actually from the round of 16 onwards, I actually went to someone else's house to watch on a proper TV without the streaming delay. When I was watching with a tiny floating video, there was like 30-second delay between the version that I was watching and the version that all the neighbors were watching. So I would hear the goals and everything like 30 seconds before when I was watching from the internet. It's actually not bad, you know? Uzikoti's defense. Only one village goes down. That could have been a lot worse. We already saw 2 times already that Gabby managed to get so much damage done with the crossbows when Uzikoti tries to fight with the villagers. This time around, this is going to be the fewest losses that Uzikoti has taken against the archers. But Gabby struggles. Gabby struggles to keep the archers alive. She's got a lot. However, many of these are going to go down to the tower. Gabby struggles to keep the units underneath the tower. This one will go down, the fortification from Uzikoti, by the looks of it, to the elephants. Maybe? Not quite. And Gabby doesn't seem like she'll be able to do too much damage over here anymore. Alright, she does get 2 villages though. Yeah, and the tower will go down. Tower will go down. She's taking advantage of the chunkers over here to provide a meat shield. So yeah, from the round of 16, which in Spanish we would call the 8th finals, right? 8? No. It's not 8th. Octave finals, I think, would be the correct translation. But yeah, the round of 16, yeah, from the round 16 I watched on a proper TV, and that was much better. I do not really care for football too much, but it was nice. Anyway, it is, after all, the most popular sport in the world. It's extremely popular here in Argentina. And yeah, it's pretty hard to ignore. And it's also very nice and lively and very happy and, you know, super nice to see people celebrate on the streets afterwards. The village is down on the goal line over here. For Uzikoti, so far he's been the one losing the most units this game, with 22 villages going down compared to Gabby's 10 villager losses so far. Now Uzikoti's finally getting the push going. He's going to push Gabby away from the wood line. He's bringing a lot of crossbows, and he does have a much larger army count compared to Gabby. The red player, she was able to get the most damage done. Won't really be able to defend against this unless she gets some siege out, and she does have a scorpion, but the scorpion is completely out of position. Well, out of position to fight the bulk of Uzikoti's army. However, she does have the scorpion in a good position to defend against these crossbows. Was it 8 final in German as well? Yeah, I'm really sure why there isn't the word for it in English. It's always round of 16 and then round of 8 or quarterfinals. I think it'll be octave. Octave finals or something like that. Few villager picks over here as Gabby tries to take the crossbows down, and Uzikoti is actually sticking a little bit too long underneath the TC over there. The military stronger army to work with. At this point, no one's got ballistics. And for upgrades, the only difference is going to be Uzikoti having +1/+1 with Pattern Arch Armor, and Gabby still not there. By the way, Bossimir, I don't know if you were completely caught up to the Amazon situation, but they just kept the money. I tried for 3 months to get them to give me my account back. They won't do it, so it's whatever. I ended up buying the same audio interface from B&H Photo Video about 6 days ago, I think, on the 16th, the 15th. I actually don't remember when it was. It was last week. And it's arriving! It's arriving! It's arriving in the next 48 hours as per the rep that I talked to earlier today from the mail service. So pretty happy about it. Yo! Solid Bonds! Here to pay for my humiliation. Thank you so much for the gift subs, man. And thank you so much for inviting me to the Age of Empires Jeopardy. Guys, if you have not seen it, you have to go and take a look at it. You go to Solid Bonds Twitch page, twitch.tv/SolidBonds, and you can take a look at AoE 2 Jeopardy from yesterday. That was the 4th edition. And it was good. It was fun. It was fun. Thank you so much for inviting me. Congrats to winning the real part of Jeopardy, the part that's actually represented by the name of the event. Whoa! And the A's, and thank you so much for the gift to sub as well. So that's going to be 10 subs coming in from 2 different viewers. Thank you so much. Solid Bonds for the 5 gift subs, and welcome, Lord Invidiatus. This there, Gunav, as well as SE Back, Sebak, Magician, as well as Nippy in the house. And thank you so much for the 5 gift subs, Azan. And welcome you guys. Danny T7, Ace John 65, as well as Hellis 1389. Okay, time for Plan B and the other AoE. Welcome you guys. I hope you're enjoying the content so far, and thank you so much for the support once again. And cheers to you. Cheers to you as well. Going back to this game though, we'll see that Gabby is once again ahead in working count, and she was ahead in working count before. She's still struggling to catch up in military. And of course, with this economy, what is she really gonna be able to queue from the production buildings? Uzikari, on the other hand, has got plenty of crossbows. He's looking stronger, he's got a higher score. Well, Gabby might have 4 TCs to work with. She's been racking up a lot of idle TC time because she struggled to keep the TCs working. And it's gonna take some time for Gabby to really get herself in a position in terms of economy that's going to allow her to catch up for military production. At this point in time, the Bull player is the only guy who's had enough resources to go for ballistics as well, while Gabby's economy is not strong enough to allow her to go for that research. Usually the end is a formality. Yeah. That was a nice game, by the way, and really makes me hyped for starting playing Age of Empires 2 again. For anybody who might not know, there was a game of Age of Empires actually at the end of Jeopardy, and I haven't played in a long time, so I wasn't really sure how I was going to perform, and yeah, the game was nice in the end. It was not as terrible as I thought it was going to be for me, and makes me very much excited about the idea of actually getting back to playing a lot more. Really enjoying the Silver League casting? Keep it on, Nova? Yeah, no problem, my man. We're gonna keep on going. Silver League, it's likely Golden League, Platinum League. We're gonna see what we have available in January as well, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be good. Never played AoE? Yeah. For anybody who wants to see what a person who dedicates themselves to fully casting and hasn't played in months actually plays like, you can go and take a look at it. But it was, once again, it was great. I had great fun. What was that 120% thing you had in the beginning? In the game? That was the handicap thing, because the guy that I was playing against was significantly higher elo. There is a handicap option in Age of Empires which allows a lower level player to get extra resources in with villagers, take less bonus damage from units, that kind of stuff. To try and mitigate for that a little bit, right? To try and even the waters out a little bit, so to say. Should I tell them or should you? Well, you've been doing it for the last 3 years. Why should he stop now? That's a lot of words for cheating. Yes, exactly. You can just call it cheating, for sure. I don't want to spoil the results, so if you want to take a look at the Jeopardy game and the gameplay as well, you can go back and take a look at it, right? It's available as a VOD on Solibon's channel. Once again, twitch.tv/Solibons. It's gonna be a grade before kind of snapshot of gameplay to compare to for when I get back into the game and try to get a little bit better. Big props to Sandy though. He played really well as well. Playing against the handicap is always going to be tough. Was his villager count has been going down? Yes, because he hasn't really kept the TCs working quite as much. He's got just one TC, and having to transport every villager that he trains is always going to be very awkward for him. So Gabby, she is ahead in work count. She will be probably in about 2 times the villager count compared to Zikori, but the military count though for the bull player is certainly preventing Gabby from taking advantage of her economy. After all, she might be on 46 workers, but did you see how many idle villages she had just a moment ago? Over 50% of her economy. And he's still on 1 TC as well. It's not producing from this one anymore, and I don't see any TCs coming up anywhere else. Basically, Uzikari is going to bank on full cross-mount production this game. And Gabby, she's got a little bit of a better working economy, but she needs to counter this. So far, she's been trying to rely on siege weapons, but the problem with that is that so long as Uzikori splits his army up, he'll still be able to overwhelm Gabby's defenses because she'll have a single siege weapon to defend a very, very big area where there are going to be crosses from Uzikori coming up from the right-hand side, from the left-hand side, up from the north as well. And yeah, even though Gabby's got the TCs to garrison the villagers in, that's also going to result in just idle TC time. What are the elo of these two? About 2k for both. They are very, very close. With the archers, 28 other villages. Yeah, exactly. So Gabby's economy, on paper, should pay off eventually, but Uzikori's pressure over here is making it very difficult for the players to keep up. Military count for Uzikori has kept on getting higher and higher. If Gabby could get a castle up at some point, that'd be so good for her economy. Uzikori right now is benefiting from the fact that he is just roaming around. And it is completely uncontested. I think Gabby should win now. Assuming that she's able to stabilize and actually takes advantage of her stronger economy. Right now she's got about 32. No, she's got 42 other villagers working. 40. Okay, never mind. There we go. Once again, she's got a lot less than her actual villager count in terms of active economy. But if she's able to stabilize, then she should be in a good position. The problem is that Uzikori's push over here is just so good, and Gabby's going to end up losing a few villages over here. She doesn't realize about this on time. Either that or the TC is fully garrisoned. Nope, she just didn't realize about this on time. And it's incredible how a game that seems like it's favoring one player so much, it's so hard for that player to get an advantage on, just because how hectic the whole situation is. Uzikori is gonna keep on making this one messy, and Gabby is gonna keep on trying because she's got 60 freaking villagers and Uzikori doesn't. So Gabby keeps on trying. The score is very close, but it's so darn difficult for Gabby to take advantage of the extra economy. The villagers are idle. Take a look at that. 38 out of 60 villagers idle. Almost 66% idle economy. Hey Sneepy, hi, welcome. How are you doing? Gabby's outplaying this guy that bad. Well, so far it's been 2-0. Gabby has done a really good job in games 1 and 2. To be fair, that the first 2 games, they did not look like too one-sided necessarily at the very beginning. It took some grinding for Gabby to take those. And Uzikori, on the other hand, Uzikori is struggling to secure this one. And it seems like he's getting to too many crossbows to be able to micro himself, because he's starting to lose some of the units. He was up on 50 crossbows, and now that's not going to be the case. The big mega shot over there from Gabby. We'll take some of the crossbows down. We'll weaken some of the others crossbows as well. And you gotta just imagine what it would have been like if Gabby actually had a demo ship over there. But yeah, Uzikori seems to kind of struggle to keep the military lead that he had up until this point. That is a good shot. Good reaction over there for Uzikori as well, just trying to stay away from the Mangonel. And now we find ourselves in a very peculiar situation for the very first time in the last 15 minutes or so. We'll see Uzikori focus his push on one side for the most part. We had 28 crosses over here out of 33, right? So there are only 5 crosses elsewhere. And Gabby, she's got most of her economy on the right hand side. So for the first time, she's going to be able to start actually using her villagers. And Uzikori is only going to be pushing in one place at a time, right? He's got the crosses moving on as a single body over here on the left hand side towards the center. And Gabby, well, Gabby, she's trying to defend against the Mangonels. If she's able to do this, she should be in a good position. And you gotta wonder what it would have been like if, when I said what it would have been like if Gabby already had a demo ship, if she had gone for one, because she would have been able to get a good shot over there. Now let's take a look. Good in control. Zikori's reaction is very good. Still, it's going to go down to only 27 crosses over here. Meanwhile, Gabby's pushing the crosses away with the man over here. He's got to be very careful as Uzikori, every time that he goes into a choke point, if he's not paying attention over there at all times, he does hold the potential to lose about 50% of his military or so. Gabby, she's up against 4 Mangonels though, and while her villager count is over twice as high as Uzikori's, her actual efficiency is very, very low. When Mangonel goes down, Gabby's defense is, for the time being, alright. She needs to defend against the rest of the Mangonels. Having to walk away from all these farms as well is going to be very expensive for Gabby. She needs to go for extra farms elsewhere. Where are the crossbows? They're on the left hand side. Still no demolition ship coming out from Gabby though. Waiting for the demo for sure. A nice shot from Uzikori, taking the only Mangonel left on the right hand side from Gabby, as the red player calls the GG. Uzikori clutches it up and is able, against all odds over here, by prioritizing full military production to take game number 3. Start slowly coming back into the series, while Gabby's looking strong still. We'll see what we get for game number 4, but this was a hell of a game. And man, is there going to be a single TTL series that is bad? Because all the sets that I have covered so far, they have been absolutely insane. And if you have not seen the previous sets that I have covered so far, you definitely are missing out, because they were all so good. It's been, wow, what a great tournament. That's the thing about this, right? You don't have Uzikori versus the Viper or Gabby versus Hera. You have Gabby versus Uzikori, and it results in a very interesting set of games here. Let's take a look at the achievements. Let's see, for military, a better KD for Gabby. For economy, stronger economy for Uzikori against all odds, despite this huge worker lead for Gabby. So let's go back, and for game number 4, we'll see what we get. And here we are in game number 4. Welcome you guys, everyone then. This is still going to be match point, as Gabby is only 1 point away from potentially taking the series, right? And Uzikori, well, the only way back for Uzikori is a full reverse sweep if he wants to make it into the decider set. Gabby on the left-hand side, she's going to be playing with Mongols. Uzikori on the right-hand side, he's playing with Franks. That means that for the Bull player, we're going to get free farm upgrades, as well as 15% faster working foragers, 25% cheaper castles, and then on top of that, he gets 20% extra HP on cavalry units starting in the Fuel Age. For the team bonus, Franks also get 2 extra line of sight on Nightline units, and let's take a look at the map generation for Uzikori. First off, we're going to have berries up in the north. We're going to have Mangold on the left-hand side, forward, exposed technically. And the secondary goal is going to be towards the south over here. This is not in the back, this is not forward, this is kind of side-ish if you are to draw a line in between both these players, right? Over here, then the goal is going to be kind of side-ish. Taking a look at the stone situation, we have the stone over here towards the southeast, and then the secondary stone is going to be on the back, the only resource that he really has on the back. And because of the way that Serengeti works, it's going to be very difficult for him to really go for any walls that he wants to go for whatsoever. You cannot just connect the dots over here as you would be able to do on Arabia, right? So I would imagine he's probably going to start collecting from here or from here, and then he's just going to go for local walls around the lumberjacks, as opposed to trying to utilize wool lines to go for full walls like this, for instance, right? We'll find out. Taking a look at civilization from Gabby, she's playing with Mongols, which gives her 40% faster working hunters, 30% extra HP on light cavalry hussar and steppe lancer line units, 25% faster attack and cavalry archer type units, and for the team bonus, we get 2 extra line of sight on scouts, right, for the Mongols, you can see. And if we take a look at the map generation from Gabby, let's take a look. Map is Omega wallable. Any map is wallable if you believe in it hard enough. You gotta choose to believe. She's got, Gabby that is, the berries on the back, which is great. She's got the gold super exposed though. The main one is forward on a hill, while the secondary one is up in the north, very, very far away. You got it. Where are you from, Genuise Grosso Man? We have also the main stone towards the south over here. The secondary stone is going to be on the left-hand side for her. And she could potentially wall. This is going to be a little bit easier, right? Because the acacia trees over here are not quite as patchy. She should be able to go for something like this. And then on the right-hand side, maybe something like from here to here and here to here, perhaps. That shouldn't be too difficult. Even if she had to drag a full wall towards the edge of the map from here and from here to here, that shouldn't really be too expensive. And she would be able to secure the stone over here. She would be able to secure the wool line over here, the wool line over here as well, yet another wool line over here as well. Just the golds are going to be kind of exposed, right? We'll see what we get. I'm a world champion, just like you, Nova. Ah, I see. I find another man of great taste. Hey, Pepe. How many Argentinians do we have right now? Do we have to switch the stream over to Spanish? What's going on? Where are you guys from? Everyone who's watching the stream right now, come on. By a show of hands, who here is from Argentina? Who here is from Europe? What's your country of origin? Maybe it's not the same place you are currently living in, but I'm pretty curious. Given that we had a lot of people stick around from Dave's raid, I would imagine we do have some Canadians, probably some Americans too, right? USA, there we go. Brazilian living in Germany. Belgium, all right. We have people from all over the world. Mexico, India, but in England right now. Czech Republic, France, Italy. Okay, Italy, Mexico, Germany. Czech Republic too as well. Germany. We have a lot of German people. I know that we have, at the very least, 2 other Argentinians because of what they said in the chat, but I don't think we have too many more, right? Argentina, yeah, Rosa. Sweden. That is a lot of people. And if you're watching this series on YouTube, do drop a comment down below saying where you are from, because I'm always very curious to try to understand my audience a little bit better, to try and see where you guys are from, what things you enjoy, and everything. Slovenia, Spain. Go Gabby. Go Gabby. Nice raid coming in from her. She's got the militias. The quick walls are coming in from Uzikori. This is what I was talking about. The quick walls around the individual resources. But it's open and it's not open on the side of the wood. It's open on the side of the palisades. And this is disaster for Uzikori. Already one villager going down. As the Men-at-Arms walk away from here. Just a little scuff on this one. But for the most part, still looking very strong. You know, this is still close. You're not by too long. How much wood do we have over here? And that was actually a little bit of a misplay from Gabby. If she hadn't sent the Men-at-Arms around the palisade over here, I think Uzikori would not have realized about the walls or about the tree to get completely depleted, right? I think Gabby might have been able to target Uzikori otherwise, but this is just me saying, of course, might not have been the case. Archers coming out from Uzikori already. We have a skirmisher on the way for the bull player 2 and Gabby. Gabby, she's getting kind of housed. She is one worker ahead because of the villager kill she was able to get. So far, she's been able to keep the TC working for the most part, even if she got housed for a little bit over there. I think she might have gone for Town Watch. But Uzikori's still struggling, man. Archers coming in from Gabby in addition to the Men-at-Arms. As you would expect. And Uzikori is going to be playing defensively for the most part. Brazil! There you go! Yeah, we have somebody from everywhere. We don't have somebody from every continent, though. I don't think we have any Asians, right? Well, I mean, yes, you said India, but you were living in England. I wonder if we have any Asian viewers watching from Asia right now. Probably not. And I don't think anybody said anything about Africa, right? Hey, but we have Serengeti over here, so I guess that's going to make up for that. Men-at-Arms still keep on rolling around, and now it's open once again. Uzikori is going to over-forage over here and allow the Men-at-Arms to come in. Meanwhile, the archer will provide enough defenses to push the Men-at-Arms away. It's like 5 in the morning there? Yeah. You know, well, some people actually do stay out that late. Although we are in weekday right now, maybe not too many. Nice, village goes down from Uzikori over there. Beautiful. Gabby is looking significantly stronger here, and Uzikori has been struggling big time to defend himself. Unlike the previous game, Gabby is ahead in military and worker count over here compared to Uzikori, so it doesn't seem to be a way. Like, no matter how you slice it, Uzikori is behind very much so over here, right? And Gabby keeps on roaming around, pushing the villages away. So despite even having a lower villager count, Uzikori's efficiency for his economy is much lower as well. So gather economy time is higher for Gabby, not by a lot. I would think that it would be much higher than this. Only 7 minutes of extra gather economy time for Gabby so far, despite the worker efficiency being so much lower for Uzikori. That might change though, as Gabby keeps on ramping up the pressure and bringing skirmishers towards the south woodland over here and pushing villages away. Uzikori needs to pull the villages away or risk losing these. And then on the right hand side, Gabby, she keeps on putting pressure around just by roaming around with the archers over here. It doesn't matter if she doesn't get the villages down, but the threat, you know, the threat of potentially getting a villager snipe over here and whatnot is going to keep Uzikori guessing 100% of the time. He brought the skirmishers in the back. He doesn't see the archers. And the archers are going to come over here. Notice the way that Gabby's rotated her army really, really well. She's going to pull the skirmishers away from the left-hand side, and then she was bringing the archers from the right-hand side around the woodland. Now, because Uzikori already got pushed away from here, she's going to go back, and she's going to try and put pressure in the next most likely woodland over here, right? And she's going to strike gold. She struck gold over here. The bunch of villages exposed. We're going to see one go down. The Men-at-Arms is pretty weak by this point, but we might see another village go down if Gabby plays her card rights, and she doesn't. manage to get another villager, but she does manage to push the villagers away from the wood line once again. That is the kind of thing that allows Gabby to stay ahead in worker efficiency, while if you take a look at the bull player over here, 64% in the last minute. Just because the villagers having to go back and forth, flip-flopping around. I'm from South Africa, but I'm mostly a lurker. Hey, there we go. We have somebody from Africa. Beautiful. So we have somebody from every continent already, except, well, yeah, the pole. Lurkers get fewer bans on average, so there's a plus. True, true. The archers get cleaned up from Gabby, and then towards the south over here, we're gonna see the skirmishers. Still putting pressure, pushing the villages away from wood once again. Uzikori does end up moving all his villages to not Australia. Uzikori ends up moving all his villages over the right hand side. Now, to be fair, I think Australia, that's probably way off in terms of time to be watching Twitch right now, right? What is it, probably like 7 a.m., 6 a.m.? I don't know. Yeah, you take a look at the efficiency of Uzikori's villages over here, and there's, thankfully, and thanks to the very hard work of the Capture H people, a very nifty graphic to take a look at it. And there we go. For all time efficiency, all the villages we have on the right hand side over here, around the wood line, they have been collecting wood for about 27% of the time. They have been moving 24% of the time. They have been idle 3% of the time. You compare that to the lumberjacks from Gabby, for instance. Yeah, and you can see that it's a little bit better for the red player. Between 6 and 9 in the morning there? Yeah, makes sense. Fantastic. Worldwide stream, missing the Shania? Yeah. Man, just Gabby's done. It's been so hard for Uzikori to put a stop to the push. So what she's gonna do, Uzikori is going to do, what he's going to do is he's just gonna try and go for the counter push himself, right? So she can get some villagers. It's gonna be great. Gabby's already ahead by 10 workers. Until losing one of the farms over there. And Uzikori's got, for the most part, skirmishers over here. Very similar to what we see from Gabby on the right-hand side. But it's been a big struggle. Uzikori does not seem to find anywhere near as much damage. Never seen those pie charts for villagers. Capture H has lots of hidden stuff. Yeah, it does. It's pretty good. There we go. The units from Uzikori get completely wiped out, guys. Meanwhile, Gabby striking the farmers. And if we had chemistry, the spears over here would be on fire as well, so she would be able to set the crops on fire. But anyway, these dry spears are still gonna be able to get the crops on fire. In the end, what really matters is not so much how many farms she's able to get down, so much as how many villages she's able to push away from the farms. How many villages she's able to push away from the woods over here. And you know what? The entirety of Uzikori's army right now is actually weaker than Gabby's forward army. So the red player plays her cards right. You just gotta be careful not to take the engagements over here with skirmishes against villagers. She should be in a much better spot, right? She's got a second group of units coming up on the left-hand side with archers. A lot more archers this time around. That's gonna be so much harder to stop, especially with villagers for the most part. So Uzikori's looking rougher and rougher by the minute. He's just been bleeding out too long over here. He's got very little life left in him. Gabby has been able to keep the hemorrhage going around Uzikori's economy, and it's not going to be the end of it. Skirmish out over here from Uzikori. Here come the scouts from Gabby, and this might be the straw, the breaks. Uzikori's back. As we have the scouts and the archers coming, a lot of villagers will go down if Uzikori chooses to commit to the engagement. Instead, we're gonna see the bull player try to pull the units away. However, Gabby's push is relentless. She's getting to the skirmishers with the scouts. And with the archers, she will end up getting a bunch of extra villagers down. So it seems like this is very close to the GG, guys. Because even if Uzikori was able to survive over here, how on earth is he ever gonna be able to recover from this position? 43 to 77 population. 47 is the population for Uzikori compared to Gabby, and she is not even. Yeah, losing everything. She's got still a very threatening amount of archers over here to keep on putting pressure with. She knows exactly where Uzikori is going to be collecting from. She's got the left-hand side under control. The right-hand side is going to be pressure next, and Uzikori knows, right? Gabby's been very systematical about the way she pushes in this game. It's always been alternating between the wool lens, and now she's coming here. And that is a very late reaction from Uzikori, and unfortunately it seems to me like this might be indeed, yeah, what prompts Uzikori to call the GG as Gabby. She goes on, guys, to take the series against Uzikori with a final score of 3-1 in game number 4. Gabby, in for the kill, will earn a spot in the round of 18, where we'll find out which 9 players move on to the Golden League. Let's go through the achievements one final time over here as well. And what do we get? A better KD for Gabby by quite a lot, about 3-2, a little bit better than 3-2 actually. And thanks so much for the raid, Akalno. You're coming in just at the end of the stream. I hope you had a good one, but I'm going to find a suitable home for your viewers as well. We're going to look for somebody to raid. But taking a look at the achievements still, we'll see that the economy was favoring Gabby by a lot. 3,100 extra resources for Gabby. Society, looking much better for Gabby. Hands down, no questions about it. Take a look at this. 50% division over here in the work account, right? And it was just so good for Gabby, basically, for the vast majority of the game over here, right? What is this, like 9.5 minutes? She got the lead, and from that point onwards, she never let go. A little bit higher APM for Uzikori. Gabby, this is not too bad. Actually, I shouldn't even say too bad. This is not bad at all. This is very comparable to several 2K4, 2K5 players, so it's pretty good. Well played. Let's go back.